And now, here with an unlimited supply of misinformation.
It's time for Music News with your host, Darby. 94.9 Zrock.
Music News brought to you by the Old Dutch Store. Experience a taste of Europe with the Amsterdam or Berlin gourmet sandwich at a side of German potato salad or fresh berries at the Old Dutch Store. 2696 South Highland Drive or online at theolddutchstore.com. And while you're there, get me some of their black licorice. Dutch black licorice is way better than American licorice. That's right, America. You heard me. Metallica bassist Robert Trujillo told me on Saturday while we were hanging out playing Parcheesi that the band will work with Rick Rubin again on their next album. So they're going to work with him. Metallica decided to work with Rick Rubin on Death Magnetic after making 5 albums over 15 years with Bob Rock. And drummer Lars, the main man Ulrich, told me at the time why the band switched to Rubin.
Rick, between the Chili Peppers and Audioslave and System and Slipknot and what else, I mean, it's sort of like, okay, I mean, he's the obvious guy. He comes up with some great ideas and has a whole different way of looking at Metallica than Bob, which is not anything about Bob, obviously, but it comes from a very different place, and it's really revitalized some different things in us.
They're supposedly going in the studio next month. No word on when the record will be coming out. Here's the truth, and I don't want to talk too much about this because, honestly, I fear Rick Rubin's beard, and you should fear his beard, too. Here's what it's a magical, mystical beard. It has the power to heal the sick and make the blind see, and I can walk, it's a miracle, all based on his magical, mystical beard, but it also could be used for evil. And what happened, Rick Rubin walked into the studio where Metallica was, and he used the power of his beard to hypnotize them and force them to use him as their producer. I think either that or they got sick of Bob Rock. I think it was the magical hypnotic beard. I think that's probably what it was. And why haven't you named your band Rick Rubin's friggin' beard yet? Get on it. In fact, if you have kids on the way, I'm just saying, as a name for your kid, Rick Rubin's beard. It's a great name. It's unique. That is Music News on 94.9 Zrock. Never underestimate the power of hypnotic facial hair. It'll beat your apparel.
Darby. 94.9 Zrock.